Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to Read the Freaking Menu, aka RTFM. So as I promised you on the intros video, so in today's video, which is our first video, so we're going to be RTFMing together. And as I promised, we're going to be covering the RS Logix 5000 family. And we are starting by RTFMing the following menu. Let me just show you by switching screens. Here we go. So we're going to be RTFMing the Studio 5000 Logix Emulate, getting results guides. And the whole idea, obviously, by starting, covering this menu is because I reckon it's the best way of having like a proper, benchmark, a test bench, so we can test our applications in a simulation environment, all right? Okay, so let's just dive into it then. So this is the menu and we're going to be RTFMing. I'm going to start by reading through chapter 2, which is the overview for the Logix Emulate. Chapter 1 is regarding installation and uninstallation of the software. So I'm going to skip that for the time being. If you guys wanted me to cover the installation section, just, please like this video and obviously, or dislike if you don't appreciate it. But either way, this is going to be used as, as a benchmark, so I can based on your feedback, we can create a better content, right? But if you really wanted to have the first chapter 1, just leave in a comment, right? Just make a comment saying, yeah, Roberto, I really wanted to see chapter 1, all right? And so we can RTFM chapter 1 together. So the idea is to be short, right, guys? So I'm gonna be recording short videos, so hopefully I can cover as much as I can within those 10 minutes. So aiming to 10 or less. All right. So the quick overview on the RS Logix Emulate for those of you who are not familiar with. So I'm just going to switch screens so you can have a better zoom in on this. So this is the Emulate. So let me just get rid of these. Just going to drag this down a little bit. So this is the RS Logix Emulate engine. So we use that to emulate applications on all RS Logix controllers, 5000s, right? So a briefly overview. So the software application is a software application that emulates the behavior of Logix 5000 controllers. The Studio Emulate allows you to experiment, allows experimentation with and debugging of application code in a controlled environment without investing in an actual physical Logix 5000 controllers and I/O modules. So it's a cheaper way for you to be able to test your applications and run through a test bench simulation rather than have an actual hardware, which is not cheap, right? As most of you are aware of. Okay, so obviously the Studio 5000 allows you to test logic, all the IEC is standard, 6.1. I can't remember on top of my head now. My fault. I'll bring that up eventually. But the 5 emulation, 5 standardized industrial automation languages, including ladder, function block, STL, obviously the charts, which is just my brain has just gone blank now. All right, ladder, function blocks, STL, structured text, and the control chart, which is called not FDS. This is function design specification. Anyways, I'll recall that back. Right, we'll come back to revisit that eventually, but I just can't remember on top of my head. Okay. Just carrying on with it. Following up the menu, just running through. Program and access the Emulate controller from the computer where the Studio 5 Logix Emulate is installed, or you can always use remotely through FactoryTalk View, FactoryTalk Links gateway. So it's a powerful engine that allows you to run either locally or remotely. I never use remotely, to be honest, guys. And but it's visible. It's feasible, right? As you may see here, basically it emulates. It contains the virtual emulate contains a virtual chassis that allows you configuring I/O modules, either controllers and I/O modules. So it's similar. So when as you can see here, it's similar to an actual chassis. So you can see, how, all the various modules, right? So you can simulate and powerful systems and powerful applications. So it's very broad and robust. So it gives you lots of functionalities. Well, we're gonna go through them in a bit. All right. Okay, just running through. I'm gonna drag this section. I'm just gonna go through. It's gonna back to me, okay, for a second. Just gonna drag this section here. I think this is very important to show you guys, because this is where you show the difference between a real and physical Logix controllers capabilities, and obviously with what the Emulate allows you to do so. Right, let's just go through some of the bits and pieces, and here we go. So basically we've got a table here on overview, page 16. Obviously, by the way, guys, I'm going to leave a link to where you may find these results, this manual, okay? So directly from Rockwell website, in the either in the comments on the video's descriptions, right? So you can find this manual easily and you can download it. So as you can see, so from this table we got feature, and we got whether it's supported or whether it's not, whether it's supported or whether it's not supported, right? So on our left-hand side, we got the Logix controller versus, against the Studio 5000 Logix Emulate. So first thing, right, breakpoints and trace points. This is a pretty, good tool, a pretty good, feature that they actually just the Studio Emulate is supported, because this is how you debug your software. So we're gonna go through these over the next couple of chapters. But first, just for you guys to be aware, those are instructions, right? Which are can be found on the instructor palette on your RS, on your Studio 5000 Emulate, or either on the Logix 5000 Emulate. So obviously supported only on the Emulate environment. Control Real I/O supported on the controller. Obviously we are on a virtual system. It's not supported. It's obviously only virtual I/Os, virtual controllers. All right. So interface to non-Rockwell software HMI. It's always supported via DDE OPC. We're eventually going to visit OPC and industrial protocols. So, but they're pretty equal. As you can see, they are aside. They are they both supported DDE OPC, which obviously requires RS Links Classics or RS Links family, in order for you to be able to link your system to a non-Rockwell software, HMI, for instance, another SCADA HMI application. Programming language, here we go, sequential SFC, guys. This is what I'm trying to recall. I couldn't actually recall that name, but obviously it allows you to program on five IEC 61 something. I'm gonna owe you guys that. I can't remember what was the actual standard from the IEC, but it basically allows you to program in ladder logic, function block, SFC, sequential function charge, the one I couldn't recall of, and structured text. So you can use them all within your Studio Logix Designer. Moving down, messaging supported on both systems, motion instructions supported on obviously on virtual access only. Never use that, guys. It'd be nice, once we are covering, once we'll be RTFMing on the virtual instructions, we might, who knows, we might be able to actually implement those instructions, right? Hopefully. Jump to subroutine, so JSR. Subroutine, so it's supported on the physical controller, is supported. However, parameters are passed to the subroutine in reverse order. The last parameter is passed first. This is new to me. You see what I'm saying? RTFM is always the way forward, guys. Jump to external subroutines, supported, not supported. There's a quote here, there's a note, so we'll check that later. So notes, let's just read, it's just down here. So supported only in SoftLogix 5800 TM controllers. So, all right, that's a good note. Communications through RS232 ports supported on both systems. Communications with FactoryTalk View ME and FactoryTalk View SE. For those of you guys who don't know these, those are the SCADA and HDMI. So the ME stands for Machine Edition, SE stands for Site Edition. Supported. Time scaling, not supporting the actual controller, supported on the virtual environment. Single scan mode, not supported on the virtual system. Network cards, yes to the physical controllers, not supported on the virtual environment. I'll show you guys how to emulate a network system using produce consume tags. This is available. Task priority level 16 on the actual controllers, 3 on the virtual controller. Trending, yes. Online editing to all them languages available on all on the 2 platforms. All right, guys. So this is just the first video. So I hope you guys enjoy this first video, just an introduction on the RS Logix Emulate. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Make sure you subscribe if you do appreciate our job. Do consider subscribing to this channel. Make sure you're following us on the Instagram. Right, and it's our only social media, so make sure you follow us there. Please feel free to direct messaging to us, DM to us, if you got any ideas or any thoughts for future content. Stay tuned, appreciate that. Obviously, guys, I always remember that, always RTFM, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.